Hello everyone, this is Nate Viddy2. I'm doing this because the U.S. government claims to be fiscally responsible, but behind the scenes your tax dollars are being wasted on deportation, luxury planes, lawsuits, discrimination. Here is the shocking truth. The deportation machine wastes billions of dollars. Mass deportation costs taxpayers $23,000 per person. $23,000 per person. And that is $27.6 billion wasted since 2021. And that's as per American Immigration Council 2023. For the same money, we could have fully funded free lunches for students for 5 years, built 230,000 affordable housing units, canceled student debt for 500,000 Americans. Now think about that, what that could have helped. Then you have the $500 million, half a billion dollar Qatar plane, golden plane they call it. It's a luxurious jet with golden features throughout, and of course he has a fixation in gold. While Americans struggle, the administration bought a $500 million plane, luxury from Qatar, non-U.S. manufacturers, as per Politico. That is a violation of OPSEC. This violates the procurement law, 10 U.S. Code 4863, which requires buying American-made aircraft. Okay, boom, they violated that. Was this plane approved by Congress? No, because it's blatantly handed out to a foreign government. So, no, government didn't approve it, but yet they bought it. Taxpayers funding golfing vacations. Now, this is old. This is first term, because we haven't really got the figures for the second term yet. Trump spent $144 million in taxpayers' money on golf trips and Mar-a-Lago stays during his presidency. That is from the Huffington Post, 2021. That's enough to pay 2,000 teachers' salaries for a year. 2,000 teachers pay their salary for a year. Covering health care for 50,000 veterans that they're cutting now, because they have to cover his golf trips. They have to cover that $500 million plane. The cost of living lawsuits, unconstitutional orders. This is what it's costing us to pay for the lawsuits. And here's a simple breakdown. These are examples, they're not the actual figures. $25 million for family separation lawsuits. $50 million for blocked immigration policy. $30 million for transgender military ban appeals. And that's from the USA Today. The cruelty tax banning transgender troops. Kicking out transgender troops wasted $72 million in recruitment and training cost. That's as per the Palm Center. Meanwhile, militaries is short 10,000 recruits because of bigotry hurts readiness. Veterans betrayed by VA budget cuts. Disabled veterans and VA closures while wasting billions on deportation and jets and administration, cutting cost of $4.6 billion from veterans health care. They cut that to pay for this other stuff. that was as per the Veteran Affairs Committee meeting. This caused longer wait times for 300,000 plus veterans. Closed clinics in rural areas. So the areas that are already hurting for medical, they're removing more medical assistance. More veteran unalivings due to self-harm. And finally, this calls into question, what are they doing for the people? This seems to be costing the people more than if they would have continued in their status quo. This is no longer partisan. This is no longer Republican, Democrat. This is no longer conservative, liberal. This is now right versus wrong. Deportation costs are astronomical, which could be paid for school lunches. Helped out people paying back student loans that are predatory now. So, we need to contact our senators and tell them we don't want this. We want to stop the plane from being purchased. There's no reason to have a golden plane, golden interior plane, for Air Force One. There was an Air Force One on the plan, in the plans to be manufactured at Boeing, but they went over to Qatar because of the cuts of stuff, and who wants to fly a plane that's built nowadays without the safeties in place. The transgender ban, what do they hurt? Are they really hurting us? No. But it also creates tension in the service, which creates a problem with readiness, which means we're not ready. Contact your congressmen, contact your senators, contact your local representatives, and tell them this needs to stop. We need to do what's right instead of letting this continue. So, please contact them. Let them know. Use text, use fax, use phone, use email, meet in person, whatever it takes. Do it. If you feel as though you are not being taken care of, you can file an ethics complaint. If the person on the other end does not take your name and what you want to tell the representative, then they're not going to pass your message along. File a complaint. They are supposed to ask who you are, where you are, and and what you want to pass on to the representative. If they don't ask that stuff, they're not going to pass it on. Report as a violation. Email and ensure you get a response. If you don't get a response, write back or call back and say, hey, I sent an email. Where's my response? Or what is your response to the email? Thank you for your time. Like, share, follow. If you want, subscribe. And remember, you are loved and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you very much.